if we all are ready, we can start, inshallah. Just let me know. Beza, could you send the link?
Inshallah, I will now, and it looks like we are live.
Shall I make you co-host?
It's not necessary.
Okay. No, only Qasim can make co-host, not me. Co-host cannot make another co-host.
Brother Murmur, we're live.
We are alive. Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب رب لا تذرني فردا وأنت خير الوارثين ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما رب اجعلني مقيم الصلاة ومن ذريتي ربنا وتقبل دعاء لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين. Now we are towards the end of chapter Abasa, frowned. And we studied last week that, oh, can you bring up so the audience also can see it? Now, we studied that when the piercing resurrection call is heard, that day when everyone flees from his brother, from his mother, his father, and from his spouse, and even his children, each of them, every one of us on that day worries about his own destiny. It means what I am going to do here now. That is my affair. That means my affairs. Now, what is my situation now? Everybody is worrying about it and everybody is concentrating on his own responsibility. We studied that this is the description of what will happen after life ends here. It means we leave this world, and when we are taken to account to the in the presence of God, it means everything will be directly presented to us. Everybody will know what his real account is, and God will disclose everything on that day. In the Quran says, now read your book. It means your account. Of course, we emphasized on the importance of understanding of the Quran, that this is the description what will happen in the hereafter. But our problem, what the Quran says here, we have to confirm it, not the general confirmation of the Quran as being the word of God, or I am a Muslim, this is our sacred book, cannot make me a believer in the news that I read in the Quran. Because if it was this kind of descriptions were only the descriptions of what will happen after we die, I will say, okay, what shall I do? Well, when I go there, I will see the situation. Of course, there is a lesson from it. It means you are going to be taken to another creation. Get ready. You will be taken into account for yourself only. Okay, but how can I make sure that it is the case? So while Quran mentioning about anything, not only the descriptions of the hereafter, not only the stories of the prophet in the past, not only what happened to the past generations, the people in the past, the descriptions of their attitude towards the messengers and their conclusions, if you like, their result, whether they will be rewarded or they will be destroyed. All these news must be applicable to our practical life right now as well, so that we will be able to confirm this news of the Quran. Not necessarily that we will investigate what happened to Abraham. Is it really true? No, it is the speech of my creator to me. That is what I have to take into account. This is the speech of my creator to me right now. So I have two positions now. First, I have to see whether this description is plausible for me to accept, to confirm. Second, after confirming that, yeah, these kind of things are happening in this world as well, not as clearly as it will be as the Quran informs us, but I can feel that these kind of experiences are possible for me as I am experiencing in this life, so that I can confirm that the continuation, the extension of this experience in this world will definitely be realized in the next creation, because I am sure this life is going to end, and my desire, my feelings, my human soul reminds me that creation cannot consist of this world only, because this world contradicts my expectations of my soul, my capacity, my spirit. So I will say the one who created me with these feelings, I will definitely think about it, see the contradiction of the conditions of this world as being a fleeting world, but a constantly pressing need in my being that I need to continue, I need my existence to continue, and also I need to be happy in my next creation. The problem is we have free will. That is a very important factor. Always we talk about it. We have a free will. So everybody wants to be happy in this world. I want to be happy in this world. I don't want to be tortured. I don't want to be imprisoned into and confined to a very small cell of a prison. If I don't want that, I better follow the requirements of the conditions of the environment that I am living in this world. If I choose anything against the regulations of this society, I understand that I will lose my happiness in this world. I will be put in prison, which really suffocates my feeling, which really no one wants to be there for pleasure, but I want pleasure. So I I better watch out how I utilize, how I use my free will. That is my position in this world. How about not the constitutional establishment of this society where I am living? How about the constitutional order of the universe? And which kind of attitude I take towards the universe? That is my essential question. Maybe I may be put in prison for a time. It may be a temporary thing, and still the food is ready there and medical care is ready there. Although I don't feel free, and this is very horrible for my spirit, I want to be free. But at the same time, that is not that horrible. It's a temporary thing and a limited time and space. But if I use my free will in the wrong way, as opposing the order of the universe, constitution of the universe, how the universe has been constituted, which kind of requirements it has. We understand that universe continuously emits, if you like, disperses signs, attracting my attention and says, look, there is meaning there. You can see that lots of things are going on behind the physical appearance of these objects in the universe. I have the capacity to analyze them, to think about them, but I have free will. I may just ignore it and take away. I just randomly want to do something on a temporary pleasure rather than constant pleasure, rather than a, a kind of pleasure that will remain in my heart, in my feelings. So they all will construct my real self, who I am. For example, a very simple example, if I harm people on various occasions, I feel bad in me. Of course, it must be unjust harm. So I know it is bad for me. It remains with me. If I am useful to the society, to the people, the happiness remains with me until I live in this world. I stay in this world. I live in this world. It means until I die. I feel happy. How about my connection with the universe? If I utilize the news that I receive from the universe and take a positive attitude, not rejecting them, not ignoring them, trying to analyze them, understand what they mean, how they correspond to my feelings, where they fit, where they don't fit. So which kind of attitude I should take. Accordingly, I will describe myself and I will feel, I will constitute myself in this way. That is how I am. That is what I am. When I depart from this world, it means when my soul is taken away from my body remains here. It is not important after I die. Until I die, it is important because it's my vehicle. My spirit operates through them by using them. So it is very important, all my elements, physical elements in my body. But after I die, soul is freed from the cage of the body. And of course, my feelings are not attached to my flesh bone, but my feelings attached to my to my soul. So I will take my feelings with me when I am left my body. That is how I am going to be in the presence of my creator. So I will be there alone in his presence and presenting my account. I cannot cheat my creator. I cannot hide anything. Everything in detail is created while I was in the world, and in the hereafter also, I will face them, everything recorded in detail. Why? Because my creator has given me the ability to understand that his knowledge penetrates into everything because he is the one who creates with knowledge. He knows what he is doing. We don't see any sign in the world that the creator of the universe is someone who doesn't know what he's doing. Everything is perfectly arranged, deliberately arranged, and put in order and presented to me. And I was deliberately left free in my existence. Okay, in my choice while I'm living in this world. So I understand that I am free to choose, but I have been given the guidance in my soul which one I should take so that my soul will feel pleased, experience the pleasure. If I, for example, if someone uh, tells me something, if I turn my back, I understand that I'm not being kind to this person. If someone speaks to me, if I don't listen to him, if I don't listen to anybody who is really educating me in order to understand what is the reality of this world, if I don't pay attention to it, just lose myself in whatever I randomly want to do, I will do it, entertain myself as long as I live in this world, forget about the message I receive from the universe. So, of course, my soul will be suffering from always at the end. I am trying to entertain myself now, but whatever the taste I experience, it will go away and fall into past immediately. It will not remain with me. That is what human consciousness keeps reminding us. Yes, you entertained, but it went. You cannot catch it. But you want eternal entertainment. Can you get it? If you pay attention to the matter only, not the meaning in the matter, how it is created. If you don't pay attention to the meaning side of it, it means angelic side of it, then you will be left with the matter, and matter continuously, constantly leaves you behind. And you are alone, always. You cannot taste the pleasure of future because future means getting closer to annihilation. Oh, I am getting closer and closer and closer to become nothing. That is why if somebody doesn't pay attention to the meaning in the existence of the universe, this person has to end up with the idea that the universe consists of matter only and there is no meaning in it, that I will take a message as a message for me and analyze it within my own soul. This is a choice, but that costs a lot. Why? In the world, I will feel always unhappy. Why? I am losing whatever I have now. immediately I have it, I lose it. This transient nature of the matter, transient nature of my life, always encompasses in it a pain, if you like, a poison. Now we can go to the next verse. Yeah. Now, some faces on that day are bright with happiness. Why? If we choose the other way, it means if I try to see what it means that I am existing in this world and the word exists there, and it doesn't seem to be a joke or as a simple play. It doesn't seem to be meaningless, purposeless. Everything is well arranged, under control, and everything continuously the word reveals. That's a good word. Everything continuously reveals the message they carry. Everything. Of course, we that's why I like the word revealed, revealed, because we know revelation only in terms of speech of God, but we don't really think about this revelation, the word revelation, in terms of the meaning that the universe, the creation, reveals to us. So everything reveals some message to me. Now I have to communicate with the message because I am given the ability to communicate with the message. If I choose, rather than ignoring, but trying to understand the message, if I do that, I will see that it will never contradict the message in the universe, never contradict my expectations, but with one condition. With one condition. What is this? Not contradicting my expectations, it means I want deliberate creation. It is there. I want a conscious choice in the creation of the universe. It is there. I want a knowledgeable agent giving existence to the universe. It is there. This is all what I want. For example, I want to see the beauty in the creation. It's there. I want to avoid from anything ugly and disapprovable. It is there, and my feeling here to avoid it, to shun away from it, is also within me. There is a complete and direct connection between me and the message that the universe reveals to me. But what was one condition? But I want all these qualities interacting with me eternally, but this world doesn't interact with me eternally. It gives the news that the creator, the originator of this universe, is all powerful, all knowledgeable, all just, all merciful, absolute, with an absolute free will, and whatever he wants, he does it with perfect wisdom, purposefully. Everything is presented to me, and also meaning is revealed to me, and I am put in connection with this, and I am, with these meanings, I am endowed with the qualities which decipher the meanings that I receive. Now that is perfect, but I want these qualities eternally existing so that I will feel secure in my happiness, because I am interacting with the universe. I understand that the source has these qualities and these qualities must be absolute. But as far as my experience of the universe tells me that this universe is transient, although the creator is absolute. It means creator's qualities are infinite, because knowledge is everywhere at every time. Power is everywhere at every time, constantly revealing itself. I am the powerful one who is originating the universe. Constantly revealing itself that I am the wise one originating this universe. But I want the wisdom to remain with me constantly, eternally. If I conclude that the one who created me with this condition, he is telling me, the creator is telling me that if I put my trust in the creator who is the eternal, in the creator who created me, the same creator who created me with the desire for these qualities to be eternal, this desire has definitely, this desire definitely will be fulfilled, not by this creation, this world, by the originator of this creation who holds the eternal qualities and reveals them to me in temporary base, so that I would, if it was revealed in the permanent base, I would say the matter is the source of all these qualities. It is permanent, but matter is transient, but the qualities are permanent. I say, oh, I have to put my trust not in the word, in this matter, but I have to put my trust in the eternal creator of this world. As soon as I realize this, if I don't deny it, if I don't turn blind to it, if I don't run away from this reality, I will be always remaining with the happy news that, oh, this world is transient, but the creator is permanent. I belong to the creator. My body belongs to the transient world, but my feelings, my heart, my soul, my spirit, whatever you call them, my intelligence, my consciousness, all this side of human beings do not belong to this world. As soon as I realized this in this world, what happens? My face becomes bright with happiness. I am not despaired anymore. I didn't lose my hope. So I understand that my expectations are secured with my creator, not with this world. So I direct my expectations to my creator rather than to the things, the objects of this world themselves. So through my communication with the universe, I understand that if I interpret the revelation through the universe in a way that which will correspond to my feelings, to my reality, to my spirit, I will be released from any worry, any ambiguity that I don't know what, that would mean that I don't know what I'm doing here. What's the meaning of existence here? No, then I will start interpreting everything in terms of this relationship between me and the originator of the universe. if I love something that is created out there, because of the qualities reflected in that lovable thing, I understand that the creator of this lovable thing has absolute power, absolute qualities. Everything, every quality that I see in it, beauty, absolute beauty. Taste, absolutely tasteful one. Creates everything with taste. Every enjoyment, I say, oh, all these qualities are with me now. I understand them. If I see something ugly, if I see something that I dislike, I run away from it. I say, oh, my creator says, don't like this. Although in the creation of the thing, I experience that the creator of that harmful thing must be the absolute creator, absolute freedom, absolute free choice, absolute wisdom, but wants me to run away from it, to dislike it, and not to get closer to it. It means shun away from it. Ah, I got the news now. It means I have free will. Some things are attracting me, some things are distracting me. I've seen a hand here. So let me stop here, and whoever wants, I think it was Afshan Hak's hand up. So please go ahead.
So I was curious, in the previous verses, the word day referred to death or end of the universe. But now I see a slight shift. It seems like you're referring this feeling to a point of realization where you put your expectations on permanence, not transience. So that's the question. Unless we understand that if you experience this happiness upon realization and also upon death and resurrection. So I guess I want to know if my understanding is correct. Is that question clear?
Your understanding is correct. And I am sure not only you, there may be some other friends of ours here wondering about it again, because we keep hearing all these verses directly related to the hereafter, and we will take precautions accordingly. But how can I make sure that these news we are really correct and I can confirm them? That's why, although the literal reading of the text takes us to the hereafter after resurrection, but the method we follow in this room to confirm this news while I am living in this world, since my creator is speaking to me right now and asks me to confirm this news while I am living in this world. That's why we jump from one side to another, one side to another. I mean, is it correct to read these verses as far as resurrection, after resurrection days is concerning? Yes, but we have to confirm that this news must be approvable or can be approvable. So I have to approve it. How can I approve it? I have to experience in this world. I think we are not very much accustomed with reading the Quran in the present time for us. For example, I say these verses, if I understood your question correctly. If I misunderstood you, please jump in and stop me. We are used to reading these kind of hearing actually from the people, reading from the people's writings, generally speaking, not always, not 100%, but generally speaking, These are the descriptions of the life in the hereafter. But the Quran says you have to confirm me as a true revelation, as a true speech of the Creator, your Creator God. In order to confirm it, if I wait until the resurrection day, it will be too late. I won't have any freedom there or free choice to deny. Everything will be obvious. My free choice only will be applicable to confirm what I see, not to deny. There is no denying option, ignoring option. There will be no, because when my spirit is left from this world and I will be in the presence of my Creator, and whatever my Creator presents to me, it must be obvious for me. There is no option that, no, I think dreaming or something. No. So that is why free will only be practiced to confirm whatever we see. Not, there is no option to deny. So when I die, my spirit is taken away from this kind of creation, but will be put in a kind of creation that God's qualities reflect themselves with no covering like this transient nature of this world. Perfect, absolute quality is manifesting there. So I will be, if you like, every one of us will be, it's just an analogy, swimming in the ocean of the absolute qualities of the Creator. No way to deny. There's no island. It's everywhere is the same qualities, but all the degrees of the absolute qualities are manifested there. As much as I prepared myself, I will experience it. That is exactly what I experience in this world. As much as I know something, I learn something, I will experience it as that much. So if I learn the qualities of the Creator at the highest level in every occasion that I am encountering with in this world, whatever is happening to me, if I see daylight, I will say, it cannot happen by itself. It is a well-arranged order. Though the sun is employed out there, nothing can act on its own. If I experience, then I will, of course, in this way, I will, of course, confirm the qualities of the Creator which are manifested in the daylight. So when I am at night, I will experience another world. When I am experiencing the winter conditions, I will experience different conditions in summer, spring, whatever. And also in my experience with the rest of the world, I will see sometimes one object, another time another object, and I will need sometimes something else, then another. All this intertwined relationship in this universe, wherever I find, I will experience the qualities of the Creator revealing themselves to me. It means manifesting themselves to my consciousness, to my consciousness. So when I experience all this here, if I confirm that they are from the eternal Creator of the universe, because it cannot belong to the matter of this universe. Matter is unconscious. Matter has no quality, no will, quality of anything. Just it acts as it is created, and it obeys the order. It has no choice, nothing. Nothing in the world can act independently. I always challenge this. If someone, anybody, proves to me, demonstrates to me that a matter itself acting independently from the order of the universe, I will deny all my religion or my belief in God, because that thing is God. Only God acts independently. So that's by definition. Divine being means that it's a being who is transcending everything, every matter, and existing independently, sustaining its existence by itself. It is not dependent on anything else. So this experience shows me that I have to affiliate my existence to the creator of this universe, source of existence of this universe. So in this relationship, I will have no fear of transience. I will have no fear of not feeling secure, insecurity. No, I will feel secure. But what worries me, I don't know about you, but it may be applicable to you as well. What worries me, if I keep ignoring the reality of the message that I receive, and if I disassociate myself from this reality from time to time, I say I wasted the creation. Not only my creation, the creation of the whole universe. It is a demonstration for me. Everybody, as we read from the previous verse, 37, verse 37, everybody will be responsible for himself. Everybody will be left with his own affairs. So as far as I am concerned in this world, your existence is just a part of my universe. I can claim that the universe is only for me. And equally, you can claim that the universe is only for you, because my existence is a part of your universe. Your existence is a part of my universe. So that if I take a wrong attitude, if I take an ignorant or ignoring the reality of this universe and not taking any message from the universe, I am not only insulting my reality, my qualities, I am insulting the whole universe. You are meaningless. You have no significance for me. I'm not going to pay attention to you. What happens here, it shouldn't put us or make us fall into despair. No. I live my life in such a way that most of the time I ignore the message I receive from the universe. You can think about yourself. I don't connect myself to this message. I don't keep myself considerate with this message. I don't really keep myself busy with deciphering the meaning of this message that I receive from the universe. Not always. Maybe during these discussions, partially, yes, I am happy. I hope you are happy as well. So when I do not take notice of the universe, if I ignore it, it means I diminish the value of existence to almost nothing. So in my life, I see lots of waste of the universe, wasting the universe, so precious creation. Of course, when I realized that I made a mistake, I should ask the creator to forgive me, and oh God, take it away from me. These ups and downs, black and whites, and conscious relationship with the universe and ignoring it, it's a positive and negative sides, make at the end my life. what my reality is. What I can only do, I understand, we discuss this method very frequently, the creator is not really expecting us to be 100% perfect. Although our quality in our creation is 100% perfect, but as a human being, we have free will. No one on earth can only use his free will on the positive side and utilize the universe continuously. No, it is humanly impossible. It means I have the other option. When I choose the other option, I understand that I should be sorry for it. I should apologize from my creator to forgive me that I have wasted his creation as far as I am concerned. Somebody might have benefited from it. It doesn't add anything to my value. As far as I am concerned, I lost. But at the end, if I am aware of it, I can ask for forgiveness and put my trust in the forgiveness of the absolute forgiveness of my creator and hope from his mercy that he will be treating me with his mercy, compassion. So he will take really pity on me and will say, oh, I know I created you with two options. It means you will choose sometimes one option, another time, another option. So I know that, but you were aware of your mistakes. Okay, this news also make my face bright with happiness. My creator is the forgiving creator. My creator is the forgiving creator. That is, for me, the only refuge I put my pleasure in. Yes, my creator is absolutely powerful, etc., all the qualities, but most important of all these qualities is, for me, for my practical life, my creator is a forgiving one. So, of course, as the prophet informs us that if I would like to receive the forgiveness of my creator, I have to practice forgiveness in my life as the reflection, if you like, reflection, recognition of the all forgiving creator in my practical life as a created being. I should forgive. Of course, I can forgive only on my behalf. If someone harms you, if someone harms the society, that is not my right to forgive. So everybody will take his or her own stand by forgiving and not forgiving. Of course, the rights of society is another matter. I cannot forgive. If someone really destroys somebody's property, I say, okay, I forgive you, but this is not my property. This is not my responsibility to forgive or not to forgive. The owner of the property is the subject of asking for forgiveness, forgiving or not forgiving. Let's not confuse that. So we will study how we experience this news in this world, and also we will understand that according to our experience of these news through the speech of the creator, it is the revelation of the creator through speech. But the universe is the revelation of the creator through action, manifesting in the form of action. And I hear the same news from his speech, and this speech helps me to understand the meanings ingrained in the actions. So I can see the compatibility between them, and I can utilize the universe in order to understand the speech of the creator. I can, at the same time, on the other side, in the opposite side, I can utilize the speech of the creator in order to apply it to the universe and understand what the universe is telling me. And also, I can utilize both the universe revealing the message to me and the speech of the creator again revealing the message to me in verbal forms, and apply it to my feeling, to myself. And do I agree with this? Can I confirm this? Can my consciousness really say this is right? It means confirm it. And do I feel any contradiction within myself? That is very important. I see the universe saying, revealing the message, the speech of the creator, which I found here. There are many kinds of speeches in different forms, Torah, Bible, the Quran, whatever. So you have to study them and find out which one fits, and find the confirmation within your own soul consciousness. Of course, this consciousness is by definition free consciousness. But what I do, I may use my free will in such a way that my consciousness always reminds me something, but I decide the opposite. I may do that. I have a free will. I can reject my consciousness. Everybody can taste it. For example, everybody knows that telling a lie is not correct attitude, correct thing to do, telling a lie. But we really tell a lie, or not only a lie, lies a lot. I do. But sometimes black lies, sometimes white lies. So depends. But I do. I know that harming people, harming creatures is wrong. But sometimes I do harm. I hurt people's feeling. I harm the animals, the plants, and maybe I harm the universe by insulting him, saying that you're insulting the universe, saying that you are meaningless, just happen to be by yourself. I can claim that. It is possible. Now, that is why we have to try to see the consistency of the messages that I receive from the universe and from the scriptures, the speech of God, and see how conformable they are to my feelings, and apply it to myself as much as I can. Because as I keep saying, we have free will. We may ignore it. We may go against it. Yeah, I do. I contradict my consciousness a lot. Maybe most of the time. My consciousness says, don't do this, don't waste time, don't waste your energy for something which is not worth it. Don't play around and wander around aimlessly. Come on, be serious with your humanity and with the creation of the universe. Most of the time, I'm not. So I have to put my trust in the forgiveness of my Creator, so that I will be really having a face which is bright with happiness. I will be really taken to the presence of God with his forgiveness, with his mercy. But of course, we have to confirm it by practicing it, treating the creation with mercy, treating the people, of course, people is included in the creation, and all the things around us with mercy, and benefit from them as far as the purpose of their creation is concerned. Benefiting from the universe does not mean that exploiting it purposelessly. No, as far as the purpose of the creation is concerned, I have to benefit from the purpose of creation. Let's see, what is the purpose of the creation of, I think it's raining outside now, the rain. What is the purpose of the creation of rain in this way, coming down with drops and never really coming like a sail, like, excuse me, like a flood. I made up a word here, like a flood, but gently coming, sometimes harsh, but still at the end, water is the source of all beneficial activities going on here. It means deliberately the water is sent. So of course, water is given some qualities, so I have to take precautions. I have to make my roof sure that my roof is firmly established and secure, etc. If I don't, of course, it will harm me because of my mistake. So sometimes it goes beyond our capacity to prevent some sort of creation. Of course, I have to see what is going on here, what is the purpose of the creator there, etc. Question. Try to see what is the message in it. Usually we call it, what is the wisdom in the creation of anything? But wisdom is the message to me, as far as I understand. So if I have the right attitude, if I put myself in alliance with the message of the universe, the message of the scripture, speech of God, and adjust my feelings accordingly by using my free will in the right way, the three channels will be cooperating with each other, within each other, will be really confirming each other. So I will have a comfortable life, not contradictory life. Because as far as my realization, my agreement with the Creator is concerned, my covenant with the Creator is concerned, my covenant with my soul is concerned, my covenants, the covenant between me and my Creator is concerned. So I am not contradicting to this covenant with my Creator. What does it mean? The Creator has given me the soul with certain qualities, and I am not destroying them. I am not wasting them, means keeping the covenant with my Creator. That is what the covenant is, the scripture tells about. So as long as I do all this, of course, I will not experience any contradiction, but I will keep asking for forgiveness for my time that I did not keep this relationship, three relationship, in a constant agreement. That is the most important thing, that after realizing the purpose of my existence, I have to be aware that when I fail in completing this, accomplishing this mission, which is given to me, it is within my capacity. When I fail in accomplishment of this responsibility, I have to always ask for forgiveness. Never, never be tired of asking for forgiveness. But 1,000 times I asked for forgiveness. I keep doing the same thing, whatever the default we have in our life. But okay, your creator's forgiveness is absolute. So be serious in your asking for forgiveness. Be serious. But if you believe that God's forgiveness, like any other of his attributes, is absolute, 1,000 is nothing next to absolute, infinite. 1,000 is nothing. But it doesn't mean that I will deliberately commit the same sin. Sin means making something wrong, doing something wrong, making a mistake, constantly doing it deliberately. Not because of your failure, not because of your weakness in your free will, in your willpower, because you don't train yourself. If you don't train yourself, of course, it will be difficult, but deliberately neglect it and then ask for forgiveness. It means, God forgives me, whatever I do, let me do. But are you playing with God? You are not sincere in your asking forgiveness. Now, before going to the next verse, okay, go ahead, Afshan. Thank you for your contributions and comments and questions. Go ahead, please.
I would just like to summarize and check my understanding. The covenant is when I experience the universe and utilize my human qualities to acknowledge my creator. Is what I said correct?
Yeah, beautifully summarized. Thank you very much. But the covenant the Quran tells, and we usually hear, as the Quran literally explains it in an, again, scenario, we have to understand that teachings of the Quran is always with what? Not always as far as the belief side of the teaching of the Quran is concerned, always in allegories, similes, metaphors, and figurative speeches, this kind of things, because the meaning must be not restricted, meaning the must be open to everyone's capacity. Everyone will approach the verse from different perspective. But if someone arbitrarily interprets it with no reason according to his egoistic expectations, his own, to satisfy his own egoistic attitudes, choices, that's up to him. It is still free, but he will definitely know that he is just distorting the meaning and trying to adapt it to his egoistic expectations or egoistic satisfactions. So the figurative or scenario, I call it, the scenario is presented to us in order to understand what the reality is. Scenario: God created human soul and asked them, all the human souls, ask them, am I not your Lord, the owner, the one who is taking care of you and giving you existence here? And the souls, everybody's souls say, yes, of course you are. And that is the covenant God took from us. Look, you acknowledged me. What does it mean? Of course, I mean, this is not our subject. Briefly mentioned, I will briefly mention. It means as soon as God breathed into my being a spirit from his spirit, all the qualities of the creator is manifested in my being in the form of in the created form, and this created form acknowledges, recognizes where it came from. That's why this acknowledgement is called yes, of course, you are my Lord. It means human capacity is fully equipped with the quality to confirm the Creator's qualities and acknowledge Him. That is the covenant. How can I practice it? As you said, my friend here, Afshan said, if I utilize it, direct it to the creation, and get the message from here, and see that my creator is also speaking to me, I will say, let me see if this speech is really from the creator, because anybody can claim anything. So how can I know that, for example, the Quran says this and it is really from the creator, which must fit into my capacity so that I will listen and confirm and go ahead with it. It means utilize it. So when I turn my qualities, the qualities of the soul, to its source, which means I see that I have the quality to acknowledge knowledge, to know that this is a sign of knowledge. And I see in the universe by using this quality of acknowledging knowledge, saying that this knowledge in the universe demonstrates to me that it belongs to the creator of the universe, and this knowledge must be infinite because it continuously, constantly manifests with no obstacle at all, no limitation at all, time and space wise. Continuously, everything is created according to knowledge, not according to ignorance, not knowing what he's doing. What happened? I returned the quality in my spirit which acknowledges the knowledge to its origin. That is keeping the covenant between me and my creator, because I am able to acknowledge it. And I said in the language of the beautiful language of the Quran, Qalu Bala. It's a very famous subject in Islamic literature. Qalu Bala, Bezmi Bala, they say it. So the time of we acknowledged it. Now in the word, I did acknowledge as well. So what I did, I kept my covenant. If I keep my covenant, let's tie the subject, although it wasn't our subject, now to the verse that we are studying. Now, as soon as I keep my covenant, if you like, as soon as I attach my existence to the eternal being, what happens? My face becomes bright with happiness. Okay, what else? Verse 39. Laughing, rejoicing at good news. ضاحكة مستبشرة. Now, ضاحكة, laughing, just laughing. Now, that is interesting. Laughing is an action. Laughing is an action expressed by body, but of course, not the meat itself, as we call it, laugh. Human spirit, human feelings feel happy so that it is reflected on my physical being as my face expression changes and demonstrates, shows that my spirit is happy there. That is happiness. Rejoicing, mustabshira, rejoicing, really receiving the good news. It means, that is the news I want to receive. That is the news I want to be aware of it. This is called trusting in the creator, acknowledging the creator, trusting in the creator, and attaching yourself to the creator consciously through your choice, not blindly, not in an imitative way. Through your choice, consciously, then your happiness of your soul will be seen in your physical body as well. That is the relationship between the soul and the body, while my soul resides in my body. So everything is, for example, you don't see me, but while I'm speaking to you, my hands move up and down, right and left. So my face expression changes according to the subject. Although I don't really mean it, but my spirit, if you like, reflects itself on my physical body. If somebody does something shameful, this person, not usually, of course, some people get used to it. That's up to them, train themselves not to blush. So, but usually my face blushes. Why? There is a connection. So that is why I understand from the verse 39, ضاحكة مستبشرة, which I understand that my happiness of my spirit will be physically experienced in my life. Will be physically experienced in my life. So we have to see whether really I am also physically feeling, biologically feeling happy in my existence, in my being. If I am miserable in my being, my face is black, my face is really not happy, then I understand that something is wrong with my spirit. If someone is happy, they call, if somebody, okay, someone enters into, for example, a house, and there are some people there having a nice conversation and enjoying themselves. Okay, talking about very important matters and becoming aware that their life is wonderful and they are thankful to their creator because he gave them a wonderful life. Okay, a person comes with a black face, blackened, and doesn't speak to people maybe, or tells them something nasty. All the happiness of the people in the room disappears. Wow. Why? There is a very, very important verse in the Quran. This verse says, when an unbeliever dies and lives out of this world, but the body is here, but the body is nothing. When the ruh left the body is nothing. So when the person dies, the sky doesn't cry over them or over this person. Why? Because he wasn't happy with it. The universe is unhappy with it. Universe is unhappy with it. That's a very interesting verse, because if someone stands in front of you and you speak to him nicely, he always rejects you, insults you. What do you feel? If only this man go away. If only this man goes away. Let me feel free. So the universe also is happy with the rejoicing, laughing face of a believer. And the opposite side is correct as well. The universe is not happy with a person who is not enjoying their life, who is not enjoying means in the real sense, not in a temporary way, who has no rejoicing face and bright face with happiness, and the universe says, this man should go away. Do you, universe says, this man should go away. As soon as this man dies, everybody is free. I see a note in the chat box. Let me read it all together, read it together. Okay, let's see what it says. It says, Ali, by blackface, you are referring to a state, not a physical. Of course, that's obvious. Of course, in the words, it's referring to absence of light, correct, of definitely, thank you for clarifying it, of the soul's lack of connection to God. Yeah, exactly, thank you for clarifying it. But we don't, never, we are not, inshallah, that people who talk about the skin color of the people. The human beings are human beings, whatever the color they are. Color doesn't make sense as far as human side of our existence is concerned. So, وجوه يومئذ عليها غبرة. Now, why? On that day, there are faces covering with dust. Why? Because they don't have the good news. Can you imagine? Somebody loses his beloved one. Do you think when the news arrives, what does he do? Suddenly he becomes as if frozen, and all the bright face with happiness is gone. Now, that is a typical example. If someone is, if some people, a group of people are enjoying themselves, speaking nice things, and if a person comes and says, excuse me, my friends, I cannot join you now because my mother passed away just a few minutes ago. What happens? All the laughing people stop laughing and joins the grief of this person because he has lost his beloved. Now, let's talk about our beloved in this world. Who is our beloved in the universe? Do you love the transient things? Do you love to go into non-existence yourself and disappear from existence forever and lose all your happiness and expectations of eternal happiness or all the expectations are gone away, disappeared because you said universe exists by itself, it has no meaning. It has no purpose. It has no conscious creator. It is just happened like this, and it is going to be like this forever. However it is, I don't know. The existence of the universe has no significance in my eye because there is no meaning in it. What this person now has, he wants to be happy, but there is no happiness in this world. Temporary happiness is always accompanied with the pain of losing. So we, as far as our expectations of our soul is concerned, in the situation of denying the creation, we constantly use our beloved expected object, which is eternal happiness. Not only mother, eternal happiness, everything we love in the mind of the disbeliever, everything will go away. everything will go away. This mind, always in the lost of his beloved, eternal happiness. There is no eternal happiness, although his spirit is dying, uh, starving for eternal happiness. But he says, no, there is no eternal happiness because this world is meaningless, no purpose, no conscious agent behind it. Nothing, the universe cannot listen to me, cannot take notes of my expectations. I have to, I don't know how, but I've developed this kind of feelings by myself. Is it really? Well, of course, you are created with the desire, with the yearning of eternal happiness, starving for eternal happiness, as I do, everybody does. But you said there is no eternal happiness. According to what? Their misinterpretation of the creation, that the universe has no meaning. That is your choice. Now you are in constant loss of your beloved eternal happiness. How can you laugh? Of course, this temporary, superficial laugh of the people make themselves laugh because of the temporary pleasure, not really seeing the poison in it, because the poison is temporariness and leaving the human being alone. As soon as you get it, it goes. As soon as you reach it, it leaves. You know, this is like the author of the books that we study says, this is like a poisonous honey. You eat honey, oh, it's beautiful, but it is poisonous. Now, the universe in the eye of the disbeliever, in the eye of the person who doesn't acknowledge that the universe is the act of a conscious being, absolute being, then it is a poisonous honey. First, while he is tasting, he or she is tasting the honey, definitely, immediately he feels the poison of losing it. Poison of losing it. How do you think this man's face reflects the happiness which is subject, which expects the eternal happiness? It is just artificial, superficial, transient love. But the spirit always feel that, oh, this also will go. This also will disappear. I will lose this one as well. At the end, I will be left with nothing. This subconscious human realization, it persisted with the human being and never leaves it. So the temporary laughing experience of the face in reality demonstrates that if the face is, of course, the face of a disbeliever, demonstrates that inside, in reality, it is completely covered with dust. وجوه يومئذ عليها غبرة. It is dusty, covered with dust, not bright with happiness. ترهقها قترة. The darkness covering them completely. The darkness is, again, as our friend reminded us, not the color of the complexion. It is impossible for us to talk about this. But to make sure that we don't mean it. Absolutely right. So this dusk make the face dark. So the darkness covers them, shows the real status of the spirit of the denier, at reducing the creation to nothing, meaninglessness, and just the matter, and reducing himself also to nothing but a biological animate being, just a living being, animate being, but just the flesh and bone. That is what mostly what the people describe, the materialist secular civilizations describe human beings with this description: body, physical body. It doesn't mean that our body is not important. We shouldn't take notice of it. No, as long as it is our house. We have to keep our house tidy. We have to keep our house nice smelling and also clean. That we have to take care of the needs of our house. If we want to, for example, something to be repaired, we have to repair it, etc. If I am ill, I have to go to hospital and take care of my body. But it doesn't mean that I am body. I am my soul. My body is the residence of my soul, but according to the conditions of the universe, it is my residence. It means the universe is transient. It is my transient residence. Which means temporary residence. Permanent residence is with my soul, and it only takes permanent residence when it is returned to its creator, which is the absolute being, infinite. Infinite is permanent by definition, definitely. So my permanent residence, if you like, remains with my creator. My transient temporary residence remains in this world, within the body. And I communicate with the universe by using the elements and limbs of my body. So the body, my body expression, although people may laugh, but their spirit always feels, definitely feels the poison of transience, meaninglessness. And I don't think, if a person doesn't believe that he has a soul which is respected, which is honorable, this person can have really a respect to it, is respect to his or her existence, his or her, himself or herself. How can you respect something which is perishable? Although it may be you yourself, but still self-dignity is practiced in the secularist sense is self-pride. But in a believer is, for example, I don't want anybody to insult me. Why? Why? Inshallah, I am a believer. So I believe in the meaningfulness of my existence and the creator. I have a creator. I don't want anybody to insult my creator's creature. It means insulting me, for me personally, is insulting my creator. It means he created something bad. I said, no, I have to protect the right of my creator, because right of my creator is everything he creates is perfect. You cannot say anything wrong about my creation. Of course, if I make a wrong choice, I deserve to be insulted. I am dishonoring myself. because contradicting my reality. So if I want nobody to insult me, I should never insult anyone as well. What does it mean? I should never insult any people. I should never insult any creature. Any animal say, oh, you are an ugly creature. No. For I say ugly creature is an example. Of course, he's not. There's a frog or a rat or something. Yeah, I don't like it. But as far as its creation is concerned, it's a perfect act of perfect creator. Okay, these people who darkened their face, who their spirit, who darkened, it means they covered their face with dust, their face with darkness, then those people, 42, last verse, those are the deniers of the wicked ones. أولئك هم الكفرة الفجرة. No, kafara is enough. What fajara? Because kafara deny it, and also fajara make the things in a wicked way. How do you explain it? I don't know the best word for it. If someone helps me, I will love it. Fajara, it means confusing everything, mixing up everything, putting things upside down. This called in the Quranic verses fiscal fujur, fiscal fujur. Right? Okay, because of the faces are covered with some faces are covered with dust and darkness covering them because of their denial, because of their wicked actions, wicked attitude towards the creation. After this is important, I would like to read it. Thanks everyone for putting up with me. Look, I can speak on my behalf, my friend Afshan. It is nothing to do with putting up with you. I am absolutely delighted with your comments, with your questions, with your concern, everything you do. So I would like others also. Join you. And they have to say something. They have to put their ideas, their concerns, their questions, their comments, everything, inshallah. Wa alaikum salam, everyone, inshallah.